We're here to just save as much as we possibly can, but not burn ourselves out and not see your budget as a penalty. This is about freedom. It's about having money when you need the money. It's about being able to spend when you want to spend, just doing it wisely. Now, the price of groceries is going up. Your utilities are $100 more than they usually are. And a couple of you mentioned not tracking cash. So I'm going to stop doing that and see how that works. This is what I love about experimenting with my budget. Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm here to share with you my bi-weekly budget. I am a zero-based budgeter, so I come in every 2 weeks. A couple days before payday, I look into my employer's website to find out how much my upcoming paycheck will be, and I plan where every dollar of that paycheck will go. It just saves me money, time, and the headache. So before the money even touches my hands, I know everywhere that it needs to go before I get the itch to spend where I shouldn't spend, go over budget, or I overdraft. That used to be my history. This is going to be our January C paycheck. Hopefully you saw the January monthly budget. I did write in some budget notes for the upcoming budget so that I know what I need to budget for. This usually is done over a couple weeks. I have no idea why my voice is so stressed out, but it's annoying the heck out of me. So I apologize. I need some money for a textbook, so I have to figure that in. $110. So my financial aid did not cover that textbook. It wasn't included in my tuition. So this time I'll have to buy that out of pocket. And I am going to start a new tuition sinking fund for that, because sometimes I get a refund and I need to start using that for these times when there's extra fees that I have to pay. So I have that money ahead. My financial goals: try not tracking cash envelopes, only the rollover. So I'm going to try that this pay period. It just is not necessary, to be honest. I put the money in there. Cash envelopes is kind of like a separate my play money. If it's gone, it's gone. If I get to save it, it's great, but I save at the beginning of the paycheck, so if it's gone, it's gone. That's okay. Anything I save is extra. So I'm going to stop stressing myself out about the cash portion. I told you guys that I was going to be working on making my budget simpler, and that's going to be the first step. I want to add internet and cash insurance to my month ahead binder. Internet and car insurance, I will be a month ahead in those, so I want to take that out and put those in my binder. The money that I have already in there to pay those will pay for February. I need to do February's monthly budget at some point this pay period, and I need to score the first month of my 12-week year. I believe I'm going into week 5. So I need to score the last couple weeks for that. I am habit tracking. I was sick for the last pay period, so I didn't do great. I already know that 4th week is not going to be great. All right, so let's put this to the side. I have January's monthly budget. Before I do that, let me take out what that plan was for Paycheck C. Now, the difference about this paycheck is going to be adding my YouTube income. Instead of doing that separately this month, I'm just going to put it right into this paycheck because it's going to come in at the same time. So we'll do that budget together. Just put this right here. Get my trusty dusty handy notebook. All right, so we're going to be doing our January C paycheck. This is our pre-payday prepping for payday. I've already went into my employer's website and I found out my paycheck will be, so I know my paycheck will be $17.56. I know my YouTube income that's coming in is going to be $180. That YouTube paycheck is more than it usually is, so thank you so much for all of my new subscribers, all the people who like and comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try to do a giveaway anytime I reach 1,000 more subscribers, so keep an eye out for that once we reach 1,700. No, 7,000. I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe there's 6,000 people plus that clicked subscribe and care about what I have to say. I can't believe it. Thank you. All right, so before you don't care anymore, we'll get started. All right, that brings me to 1936. It's payday C, and this is my YouTube income. I like to label that in case I need to look back. Usually what I do is take out my primary savings, but I kind of want to do this differently. So let's experiment with this. First thing that's going to come out is my fixed expenses. So for this pay period, the fixed expenses are only $351. And it's different than what I had planned. So, but I'll show you why. That brings us down to $1,585. Okay, and the reason that's different is because for mortgage, all I have left to pay or to put aside is $300 because we already have $610 waiting. And that $51 is just to reach $100 for our February utilities. The February utilities are $100 more than they usually are. Usually it's about $200 in the winter. There's always at least 1 month where it's $300, always. And I tried to build a cushion. Sometimes that's gone quicker than usual, but it's been like 5 degrees every day, so utility bills kind of larger than it usually would be. Anyway, we're going to try to get ahead of that and put $51 in there. The last paycheck I had money left over, so I put $49. That'll put us to $100. And then February, I can just do my usual $200 in the budget. Now we're at $1,585. Next thing that's going to come out is our debt. I am working on a new cheat sheet, but I want to figure out where I'm going to put the 2026 priority savings, whether I'm going to keep that at the top or move it. I feel like I always have enough to do that $260 at least since it's priority, so I might not need to keep it at the top anymore. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Is that a slippery slope? Is that too tempting? So this $60, it just goes to extra debt. It goes to my car note. And for those of you that are new, check out my car note video. It shows you how I don't have to pay that every pay period. It is automatic. I take a big lump sum from my income tax refund each year, put that to the side, and each month it pays for itself. It does take a big chunk out of my tax refund, so I don't really get any play money from that, but that's okay. That's not what it's for me. It almost never has. It just keeps me afloat because honestly, I couldn't afford to put a car note in these paychecks. Next thing that comes out, I am upping my variable fund by $15. Usually it's $300, but we know how the price of groceries is going up, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna go ahead and increase that budget. So $215 goes to grocery, $50 goes to gas, $50 goes to gas, and $50 goes to essentials. That's stuff that we need outside of toiletries. All right, so let's see. We're down to 210. I already know that zero's out. It's pretty easy to do. Next thing that comes out, oh, that school textbook, I almost forgot. I have to take out $110 for that. And I have to plan, let me just write that right here to the side. Let me put it on a sticky note. I feel so discombobulated from being sick. I swear, it just throws everything off if you let it. So I really got to get back to, I was doing so good using my planner and getting back on track with everything else. All right, so I'm going to leave that in the bank, the $110, so I can purchase that textbook. I got a 14-day trial for now. I'm a little afraid of school right now this semester. I've been trying to get my instructor to sign the paperwork so that my job can cover this course. But she still hasn't. I've sent her like 4 emails. So if she doesn't sign it soon, I'm going to have to drop the course because I can't afford to pay for the course. Especially I'm not going to pay for it when my job is willing to. So if she doesn't sign it, it's going to be too late for me to sign up for anything else. And I'm going to have to drop the course and miss a semester of school, which sucks. So I'm going to try to see if my advisor can reach out, but I'm biting my lip on that one. I'll have to figure out a different way to do this from now on. Also, $40 I'm taking out for vacation clothes. Now, I'm trying not to spend a lot of money on clothes the past few years. When we go see my daughter's grandmother, we're going to go swimming. And I need a very modest bathing suit. I always have a modest bathing suit, but I think I need an even more modest one because we're going to be with my mom and all of her very religious friends. So I'm always modest, but I feel like I need an extra modest one. I don't know. But I found a really cute one on Amazon that I really want. But I didn't want something that I'm never going to be able to wear again. So we're down to $10.60. Next thing that comes out is going to be our cash envelopes. I'm only going to, I think in my budget, I said $250 for cash envelopes. I'm going to put less. I'm only going to take out $185 for cash envelopes. And again, I'm so sorry about my voice, you guys. I don't know if it's from being sick or what, or talking too much today or what, but this is for my vacation swimsuit. Just so I know. All right, we're going to take out $185 for cash envelopes. I'm going to break that down. I'm going to put $61 for me instead of $75 for shopping or whatever we need day to day. That's like fun money. I'm going to put $60 for dining instead of $75 that I planned. $20 for entertainment instead of the $25 that I planned. $24 for my daughter's miscellaneous. Don't have to use that much for her, but I do like to have it in case I do. She already has 26, so that'll make it 50. Excuse me for the weird numbers. And I only have the one there to make that even. All right, so that should zero out. And it does. All right, that zeroes out my mind map. $875 is what's left. So now I can do my priority savings. So this $1060, that's probably going to be the total that comes out in cash. The $260 is what's going to come out next. This is my priority 2026 savings. So this is what GPT helped me figure out. 615. All right. And for that, what's coming out this time is going to be, here it is. So this pay period week 3, $125 for vacation, and vacation will be almost done. I got one more for that. $20 for will and trust. $20 for, hopefully you guys can see that. I know last time it was hard to see. $20 for the emergency fund. $43 for my daughter's birthday. And $52 we're at for the 100 envelope. Make sure that zeroes out. And it does. Okay, perfect. Put that to the side. That brings us to 615. Now, I want to do my month ahead stuff because that's also the next important. I always do this in order of importance or in order of due date. So we're going to take out $150 for the month ahead mortgage. That's exactly what we planned. $100 I'm going to take out for internet, and that was the goal. And then $120 we're going to take out for car insurance month ahead. That's a total of $370 we're taking out for the month ahead binder. And that's going to bring me down to $245. And this is just going to be for other saving. I already kind of have a plan for this. So for the Always Fund, I am going to put $40 in home emergency. Usually it's home maintenance, but I need to bulk back up home emergency, so I'm going to replace that. We're going to do $10 for health. $25 for my daughter's clothes. $15 for my miscellaneous, my me binder. That's for me. And remember that this also includes a YouTube income, so I'm going to be putting a little bit of money for myself and other things in here too, because I always want to give myself something for YouTube income. $20 for college travel. I decided I'm going to use my YouTube income to try to keep my nails done for now. Now, if I feel like it's getting too expensive or I don't really like it or it's not worth it, because I'm kind of iffy about it, then I'll change that and I'll keep doing it myself. $20 for home warranty. That's for our self-defense, kind of. $15 for our transportation binder. I'm running out of room. $20 for YouTube supplies. That was for a printer, but I'm not sure if it's still going to that. $20 for family fun. And we should have $10 left for YouTube giveaway or games. Let's see. have $10 left. Pet emergency, which we almost thought we had one and thank God we didn't. So I'll make sure I do that. That's pretty much it. That's everything for today. Let me know what you guys think of it. Question of the day is, are you guys planning on going on any vacations? And also, do any of you live in Florida? If you do, let me know how the weather is in the month of February, because I don't know if it's going to be warm enough to swim. I've never been to Florida. Oh, yes, I have. I went to Miami before we got on the boat. But I don't know. Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be warm? I don't know. I hope it's warm. I hope it's warm enough for us to swim. Let me know if it's going to be warm enough to swim in February if there's a heated pool. Other than that, let me know where you all live and what the temperature is, because it is 7 degrees today, I believe. There's a huge winter storm coming up to New York, so we're pretty much prepared. I mean, as much as we're going to be. So wish us luck. I did go ahead and prep my cash withdrawal sheet. So this shows me how much I'm going to take out of the bank for each of the denominations down here at the bottom. So once I fill out how much I want to pull for each envelope at the bottom, it'll show me how much I'm pulling out. Then apologize for my voice. I forgot my month aheads. So month ahead mortgage, I have to put in here. Internet and car insurance. So I forgot to add this $370. Yeah, that comes out to the $1060 we thought. Perfect. Yeah, I kind of think it's easier. Let me know your thoughts as well to put it at the end. You guys have been giving me some really good tips. Somebody pointed out that I should be using my rollover for debt, and you're probably right. So once I get to where I need to be with these emergency funds, I will probably start doing that, because rollover is really valuable. I always want to make sure I'm using that wisely. And a couple of you mentioned not tracking cash, so I'm going to stop doing that and see how that works. This is what I love about experimenting with my budget. I find easier ways to do it. I find ways that's going to save me more money. And I just find smarter ways to do it. So work smarter, not harder. That's the goal. So I love having you guys here. It keeps me accountable for my budget. It keeps me on track, keeps me on task. I honestly don't think I would have saved as much if I wasn't being held accountable by you guys. So I appreciate that. So regardless of how much money I make on YouTube, I will be back to keep you guys, up to date and try my hardest. February might be a little bit difficult because we'll be on vacation for a little while, but I might February try doing cashless just because I think that'll be easier while we're traveling and away. So we'll see. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, every single one of you. I want you to always remember this process is about progression. It's not about perfection. We'll make mistakes. That's okay. You can correct it. We're here to just save as much as we possibly can, but not burn ourselves out and not see your budget as a penalty. This is about freedom. It's about having money when you need the money. It's about being able to spend when you want to spend, just doing it wisely. Thank you so much. Happy saving, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.